Is expected to take a bigger share of your household budget next year. That finding from a new report produced by several Canadian universities. With me now is Sadaf Molay. She is one of the co-authors of the report. She is also an assistant professor at the University of Guelph and a research chair in the business of food at Arel Food Institute. Sadaf, thanks so much for your time. Having this number, the average family of four projected to spend $994 more on food in 2026. How alarming is that to you, and how alarming should that be to Canadians?
So basically the prices are going to be increasing around 4 to 6%. The best end estimations that we have on this report in 2026, that would be $994 per household of four, which is sort of in line with the trends that we have been seeing since last year because of the factors related to climate change, the tariff disputes, and the circumstances around that, and some of the changes that we're seeing in policy and also consumer behaviors. We are going to be seeing that upward trend in price. What we really need to understand that is price is an absolute number, and when it comes to the consumers, affordability and budget is what matters, which is relative to their income, and it's only one factor within the whole system that we are trying to look for. So, and sometimes it is dependent on things that have nothing to do with food. When we're thinking about wages, when we're thinking about housing, these are all factors that impact people's ability to purchase nutritious and healthy food that might not even have to do anything with food.
Yeah, of course, affordability is a top concern. So many other things to pay for as well in our day-to-day lives. You touched on some of the potential factors here, but I want to dive into that in a bit more detail. Ultimately, what is driving the surge in prices that we're expecting next year?
So there are a variety of factors that are impacting prices. So we've got some of your more macro level factors, the climate change, some of the geopolitical risks, energy costs, inflation, and then also some of the factors related to the trade environment and currencies. These are some of the bigger factors that are impacting the whole ecosystem. And then we've got some factors that are more sector level. So the changes that we are seeing in manufacturing, the changes that we are seeing in the retail food environment, as well as some of the regulations or policies, for example, the new front of package labeling that is mandated starting January. So these are some of the factors that are going to impact the consumer's behavior and their trends of choosing and picking products, and also the supply chain and the production piece.
I feel like with affordability already top concern, many Canadians will look at this and say, my food is expected to go up on average roughly $1,000. That is probably quite shocking for a lot of people. Is it just as alarming for researchers coming up with these numbers?
It is, and sometimes when you're doing the research, when you're looking at 4%, 6%, it doesn't look much, but when you are looking at it from a higher point of view, that it's actually around $1,000, as you mentioned, more for a family of four, which is something that is shocking for researchers, because researchers are also consumers as well. And that means that sometimes consumers have to be more strategic with their decision making. At the end of the day, it shouldn't be, the responsibility shouldn't be on them, but still there are some alternative choices, going for maybe discount stores, thinking about alternative sources of protein that might be more affordable, thinking about going for items that are that have a longer shelf life, frozen items, canned goods that provide you with the level of nutrition that you need, but also might be at a lower price point.
Are there certain food categories or certain items that might particularly shock Canadians with higher increases?
So it might not be shocking, but meat is always one of those categories that you see a higher price increase that is above the average of if you're looking at just the food price as a whole. So the meat category is going to be seeing a higher increase compared to other categories, and it's usually beef, but this time we are going to be seeing an increase in prices for chicken as well, which was the source that some Canadians were leaning on because beef was so expensive, and now chicken is going to see some price increases, so they might need to be looking into some more affordable protein sources, more plant-based sources.
Sadaf Molay is the co-author of the Food Price Report. Sadaf, thanks so much for your time, for breaking it all down. Appreciate it today.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day.